Hey, this is Dr. Neal Schwartz. Today I have an incredible progress report, and I'd like to present this case to you as it was presented to me several months ago. I received this email in my inbox. It says, "Hi, my son is 17 years old and he has had for more than 2 years cystic acne. He has tried various creams and medications from dermatologists, but without any success. His skin is very oily and he has cysts even in his body. Now he is doing a photodynamic treatment, but till now nothing has happened. Can you please suggest what acne practice products should I buy for him? Many thanks." So that was the first email I got, and then I got an email from her 17-year-old son, and it showed this case right here. Now let's take a look at it, see what he was really dealing with. I'll just let you look as close as you need to really get in there to the texture, the discomfort, the inflammation, and the obvious lack of control of his skin. Okay, this was the other side he sent. Obviously, he's uncomfortable. Okay, and soon after, before they ordered their kit, she wrote me back and said this: "I'm quite desperate as he is getting worse." Again, English is her second language. "He is sleeping over 14 hours per day, and I think that he's depressed and he doesn't want to have any psychological help. I don't know actually what to do to help him. He is also a great breaststroke swimmer, and now he's going to quit even from swimming. Please tell me after buying a starter bootcamp kit when he will start seeing an improvement." I wrote back to her telling her that in this program we see an improvement within 24 hours. And if you don't see an immediate improvement within 24 hours, all clients are expected to email immediately and articulate any concerns they're having in their lack of progress. And that goes on every single day for a minimal commitment of 90 days in a row. So soon after this email, they decided to purchase a kit, and they chose the right kit for their situation based on the kit selector that they found on the home page. A few days later, he received his kit, and before he put any products on his face, he did the day one checklist. And here's a picture of some of that day one checklist that shows some of the promises he made. It says, "Promise to read the How to Be a Good Patient post," and he put, "I promise." "Promise to keep a cool head," he said, "I promise." "I understand rule number 1," he said, "Yes, I understand." Rule number 1 is on the homepage video in the illustration, talks about rule number 1. He also agreed, "I now understand I'm doing everything right is only true if I'm following rule number 1 perfectly," which means if he is emailing every day, that's doing everything right. In the additional information, he wrote, "I am ready to follow all rules and to make my life better." And he had the enthusiasm with that. Then, with his day one checklist, as instructed, he did the acne analytics. So here are his same photos with the acne analytics. I took a quick screenshot of that, and you'll see he did a pretty good job. He had a total of around 250 bumps, and he did a pretty good job capturing at least 90-95% of them. There were some small ones that he had missed, but definitely you could see he was making the effort, and you could see his photos had decent focus. There is a little more focus you can get than this, but this is acceptable. And the other side, you can see he put a solid effort in, and he also promised to email every day if he's having any concerns. And with that day one checklist, the promise, and the acne analytics session, he was rewarded with the good client rebate, which was $100 back on his order. And so he was considered a good client just on day one from those 3 things: the day one checklist, acne analytics, and the promise that he'll email in a time-sensitive manner. So this is day 1. He did everything I asked of him, and then he started using the products. Soon after, he started sending existing checklists, which are used from day 2 and on if he's having any concerns. And he was having concerns, so he continued to email me day after day for several weeks, and eventually on and off for several months. After a while, he didn't need my help as much, and he started to email less and less. And that's expected in the program, as no news indicates good news in the practice here. So after I hadn't heard from him for a while, I got a random email from him the other day, and this was several months after we had begun, and he sent me this photo, very excited about his progress. And this is where we are at the progress report today. And that's his right side, and then he sent me his left side. And I was very happy for him. He was very happy. He was no longer depressed, and he felt great. He was swimming again, and his mom was very happy as well. And it was a success on many levels. So let's just take a look up close at how far he has come. This is him on day 1. Let's look close. And this is him today. You can see he's got that one bump left. You can see he's got this mark here, this old healing bump here, and maybe an old plug right there. All this is just some mild marking and wear and tear from the prior active inflammation. But let's go back and forth and feel it out. You can see from his hair pattern that this is the same person. Look at the texture of the skin, look at the accumulation of bumps, and look at the inflammation. Let's check out the other side. Okay, here's the before, and here's the after. Let's zoom in a little. Now, this is interesting. You can see, if you look close, see how these photos are pretty good that he took on his own. This is all in the home version. You can see this pimple and this pimple were highly inflamed, and you can see they left a little bit of wear and tear on the next photo. Look for these 2 marks right here when we go forward. You have to do it relative to the jawline. It shifts a little bit when he shifts position. I'll put these photos up on the blog so you can compare where the active inflammation was and where some of the wear and tear that's slightly still left on his skin is sitting. And you can compare and see that these photos are representative of someone who's gone through a traumatic ordeal. But fortunately for him, he made it out with very minimal wear and tear. And so he's very happy with the overall situation right now. Obviously, psychologically, he's in a better place as well. So that's where we are. This case represents another physical and emotional transformation in the acne practice. I've captured over 140 of them, and this is yet another contribution to the movement. So my hope is that if you ever start this program, you'll also contribute to the movement. Even if it's cropped photos like this, you can hide your identity. It still really helps give hope to those that are still suffering. I'll be here if you need me. I'll talk to you guys soon.